Welcome in, along with Mike Renner. I'm Steve Palazzolo, and this is your Jason Verrett free agent profile. Mike, we've got this little corner with the Chargers who has been fantastic when on the field, but so many injuries. But we're talking about a guy hitting free agency who, when he's been on the field, has been one of the best corners in the NFL.
That's the thing. It's not a very deep cornerback class, and in my opinion, cornerback, the most valuable position after quarterback on the football field. Combine those two things together, and I think there will be somewhat of a market for Jason Verrett, but you hit the nail on the head. He has to stay healthy. 1,266 snaps in a 5-year career. 1,000 snaps is about a full season. He's played about one full season in 5 years after he was a first-round pick for the Chargers way back when. Over the past 3 seasons, that number's only 323. And the injury history just has added up at this point. Multiple ACL injury in 2016, a re-injury of that in 2017, and Achilles this past season. Just so many devastating injuries that it's worth questioning. Does he even have, will he even be close to the athlete he was before? Like you mentioned, he's been very good when on the field, but is he close to that guy anymore?
Yeah, so that's the major question mark. So now it comes to, who takes a flyer on him? Because again, when he was on the field, the real full season that we saw, the one full season that we saw was 2015, 720 snaps, 88.4 grade, 90.9 coverage grade. And the thing I always found most interesting about Verrett, who came in at 5'9" when they got measured before the draft, he's been an outside corner. Those are the guys they usually get pigeonholed into the slot, and you say, oh, they can't handle the big receivers on the outside, but he could. And that outside cornerback position is, well, any cornerback position is valuable. So I still think he has slot potential, and he has outside potential, so I think that might open up the market just a little bit for teams maybe taking a shot on him. Yeah,
I think you're going to see teams taking a shot on him that are basically already, they don't have to have him see the field. So if you have 2 corners already established, or you have a starting secondary basically already in the works, that someone like a New England Patriots, someone like a Los Angeles Rams, to where if he's hurt again, so be it. If he doesn't have it anymore, so be it. But if he comes good, if he's the player that he once was, and we can use him as a nickel corner, all of a sudden you take your secondary to the next level, an addition like that. And it won't cost you too much because he's not going to get any more than a 1-year deal with how unhealthy he has been over the course of his career. So I think he is a guy, though, who's worth taking a flyer on with how valuable how much value he could provide.
So it probably makes sense for a lot of these good teams that are really close. You mentioned the Rams, Patriots. You've got the Kansas City Chiefs, of course. They're looking for more corners. The New Orleans Saints, they've got Marshawn Lattimore on one side. Eli Apple stepped in, was okay on the other side, but it's not like they're completely set in their secondary. The Houston Texans, I think, essentially made their run this year into the playoffs with questions in their secondary, and they can still improve. So maybe that is the best fit. These good teams that can take a shot, and again, if he fails, they're going to be okay.
And also, if you're a Verrett, you sort of want that pub that comes with being on a good team. You'll get talked about a lot more, and you'll be, in the public eye if you're on a good team and playing well. Whereas if you go to, someone who's one of the dregs of the NFL, you're not going to get nearly as much pub.
So Jason Verrett, when on the field, has been fantastic. The teams will have to do their research and see where he is from an injury standpoint, but certainly worth a flyer when it comes to free agency.